Hi, it's Alyssa Delude, and I'm going to be talking about my top 5 pins that I thought were the most useful for my future classroom or just my favorite. So let's get started. My first pin that I enjoyed a lot was 8 engaging ways to get students moving in the classroom. So that's number 3 on my list, and it fits characteristic 14, which provides opportunities to reinforce skills and positive health behaviors. So I thought this list of activities was really great for a classroom that may be rambunctious or just full of energy and they can't seem to sit still for too long. So these are activities that still focus on academics but get students moving as well. So I thought that would be really useful because you're staying on task and teaching them the content while letting them get up and move and get those wiggles out. So I really liked one particular activity in that list that I would really use in my classroom. It's basically like musical chairs, but when they sit down in the chair as the music stops, they solve a math problem that's on the desk. So every student would just be getting up and around and solving math problems, but still moving and getting their brain flowing and everything like that. So I thought that one was a really good one. Number 2 is books about healthy eating for elementary students, which is number 5 on my list, and this fits characteristic number 9, which incorporates learning strategies, teaching methods, materials that are culturally inclusive. So this is basically what we talked about in class and did our midterm about, incorporating literacy to health principles and just meshing those together and using those to help one another. So I thought that this list of books, it already included some of the books that we have mentioned in class. So I thought that that was really helpful to remember those books that we talked about and just to be able to refer to them as I'm making lessons in the future and use them as I see the need for them in my classroom. So we all know that literacy can really enhance students' learning, and when they see other kids doing, then they want to do that as well. So these books seem to incorporate those things and have diverse foods and just teach kids about getting a balanced diet and choosing the right foods to eat to fuel their body. And I just thought that these list of books would just be great to refer back to as I teach my future students. Number 3 is encouraging notes from parents, which is number 9 on my list, which fits characteristic number 10, which is provides opportunities to make positive connections with influential others. So I thought that this was great because we all know how important it is to get parents involved in their students' education and how much that means for a student to succeed in the classroom. And it'd be super easy to incorporate this at parent-teacher conferences and just to have a wall of post-it notes where parents can write a little encouraging note to their child about what they're proud of them or how they've seen them improve after you've shown them their work throughout the year. So I thought that would be really easy to incorporate. And also I would include maybe a sign-up sheet for other opportunities for parents to volunteer in the classroom. Heaven knows that teachers need a lot of help, so any help that parents would want to come in and teach a mini lesson or something about things of their culture and just getting these students familiar with the diversity in the classroom and being able to appreciate that and learn through that. Number 4 is teaching students about nutrition through physical activity, which is number 10 on my list, and this also fits characteristic 14, and that's providing opportunities to reinforce skills and positive health behaviors. So I thought that this would just be a great end of the unit activity for students to look forward to after learning all about health and nutrition and about your fruits and your vegetables and which 5 food groups each food belongs to and how they should organize their plate and all of that. So I would incorporate this activity because it basically is like a relay race where students are using their knowledge from their nutrition lessons while also getting physical activity and running back and forth and doing different activities. So I thought that would be really useful to include, and also teaches them not only just to get a balanced diet and eat healthy, but to also be physically active, and that can be really fun and they can learn a lot from it. And finally, number 5, I really enjoyed the pin about benefits of school gardens, which is number 13 on my list, and that fits characteristic number 6, which is builds personal competence, social competence, and self-efficacy by addressing skills. And it does that because as you create a school garden, students are learning about responsibility and community involvement, and just they are gaining this sense of like, I can do it, I can take care of something, and I can collaborate with others to make something just so wonderful and beautiful. And it also teaches them the value of eating fresh produce and might motivate them to be willing to eat that more often. I would integrate this into my classroom by either starting a school garden or getting my students involved in a garden that may be already there in the school, and just using that garden to teach different lessons and to have students watch plants grow throughout the year, or be able to go out there and pick a couple fresh fruits or vegetables to eat. And they can basically be so proud of themselves for growing something and sticking with it, and have just a new appreciation for fresh fruit and vegetables. So I think that would be a wonderful thing to incorporate in any school, any grade, whatever. Just have a school garden and utilize that. So those were my top 5 favorite pins and how I would use them in my classroom someday. And I hope you enjoyed. It's been a fun class, so thank you so much. Bye!